All right, so boom. So it's that most magical time of the year. You probably know what time it is if I say these lines that you probably have heard before. So when I get this money, I'm gonna buy a giraffe, or I'm gonna buy I'm gonna go in Ruth Chris and ask Ruth, where's Chris? The most magical time of the year. Yes, Christmas, the holidays. You love that. The lights. But what also lights up some people is tax season. Until April 15th, you're going to be seeing people, probably you. I hope it is you, because I'm one of the ones that don't get a refund. I most of the time owe, but hey, it's whatever. As long as it's closer to zero, I'm happy. All right, so boom. So my name is Nadia. I'm a financial planner and an educator. I help people understand their wallet, meaning the money that they have right now while they build their wealth, or the money that they're going to have. The thing I want to call out is that sometimes wealth can be subjective, meaning, oh, I have to be a millionaire. No, you just need to have the means to have the freedom that you want. So within this video, I'm going to be talking about something that I already introduced on social media and on my blog about a refund ratio. If you are very familiar about budget ratios, you probably heard about 30, 50, 30, 20, or anything of that variation. I have a blog post though, talking about budget ratios, but I want to add a little emphasis to refund ratios, because did you know the average refund, I believe last year was $3,243. Check me if I'm wrong, but my blog actually has that figure. The reason why I wanted to make this video is because, as I talked about on social media and within my blog, is that I want us to not just necessarily see your tax refund as a loan that you gave the government. While in some happenstance that could be it, I want you to see it as a windfall for you to be living now and help you leverage for later. So within that, I want to give the clarification to what the 30, 30, 30, 10 rule is, and then how you can actually align it with and define it within your money now and your money later. So when it comes to the 30, 30, 30, say that 3 times, 10 rule is pretty much is that you're putting 30 towards your emergencies, 30 towards your debt, 30 towards your future self, and 10 towards treat yourself. And before we even get down into what this looks like, I want you to audit your wallet. If you have been following me for a while, or this is if you're new, what's up, boo? Audit your wallet is pretty much you're looking at your wallet right now, or your bank account, your checking account, your credit cards, anything, your money right now, to see what are you currently doing, and then how you can take anything that I'm going to talk about in this video and implement to do better. So when it comes to aligning your refund ratio, you have to know where you are and know how you're going to position to go farther than when you get your refund. So the first thing I want you to look at is your budget. Yes, I know budget is like, oh, but I don't want to look at it. You did it. It's your money algorithm. So let's live with it. So within your budget, what bills would you currently have? And if there's any way, how are you? Are you on paid up on time? Are you behind? If you're behind, I'm not judging you. We're just gonna get a little more juicy within that down the line. But also, what's the average that you pay per month? So go back and look at the last couple of months. I know utilities have been interesting, but go back and look at the last couple of months to see what am I paying on average for outside of your fixed bills like your rent or your car payment. What are you looking at monthly, what you're usually paying? So you got that written down. Now we're going to into the next column, which we are going to look at your savings. I know it's scary, but anyway. So the thing I want you to look at when it comes to your savings is that what are your savings goals? Then what about accounts? You know, I love high yield savings accounts, but I want you to at least be saving already. What is your rate? How much are you saving, allocating, and automating within your paycheck? If it's none, this is going to actually give you the windfall to start. Then we're going to look at your debt. I know debt can be that dirty word, but we're going to actually clean it up, starting with your refund ratio and moving forward. Outside of student loans and mortgage or even car payment, what debt do you have and what are the balances? And if it has an APR to it, if you remember the video talking about high yield savings accounts, high yield savings accounts have APY, meaning the amount that you're getting paid interest to you from an institution. APR is the amount of the fee of interest that you're paying to a company to borrow. So APY is what you're getting paid. APR is what you're retreating back to the company. So outside of the debt, just go ahead and look at it. I know it's ugly, but just go ahead and get a look at it. Then your investing, or outside of your retirement account that you may have with your employer, are you investing right now? Even if you're not doing what you feel is enough, or you feel you can do more, I want you to be honest with yourself what you're currently doing when it comes to your investing. So what do you have? IRA, whether it's traditional or Roth? Do you have any old 401ks that you can roll over to an IRA? I want you to get very granular with it. Oh, or if you have a brokerage account that you're, using. I already have a video talking about some of my favorite brokerage accounts, one of them being public. I love Fidelity. I love Charles Schwab. I love all of them, but it's just something that makes sense to me. And then after we look at our budget, our saving, your debt, and your investing, I want you to look at your life. What is going on when it comes to your life? What do you like to do? I know right now Americans can't really handle either a $400 or $1,000 emergency, but I want you to take a look and see what do you currently like, if anything. If not, we're going to find out about that on another video, that you're currently love to do right now. For me, sometimes it's sitting in the garage. I have no kids though. In the garage after I get home because I need to decompress and show TikTok. It is what it is. Oh, you follow me on TikTok? Anyway, so what do you like to do? The reason why is because within that 10% of your treat yourself fund, that I want this to be the jumping start for how you're starting to treat yourself or have some self-care. I know self-care can make people think that you have to overspend, but you have to look within what you have with your money. So what do you like to do? Do you have any way to give to yourself? I don't want us just to have, like I say, pay bills and die. I want us to define what self-care looks like for us. So a little sidebar, I want you to do a little exercise real quick. I know it's going to be a lot of exercises in this video. Bear with me. So the first thing I want you to look at, between $0 and $25, what can you do to treat yourself? Okay. Then next, from $30 to $60, what is the midpoint of how you can treat yourself? And then let's go ahead and take it from, anything above that, it's going to be the big ball. The reason why I gave you those three increments of our stair steps of ways to treat yourself is because no matter what you look at within your budget, you have a way that I can treat myself at this pay range or this pay range, or I can do this one, or I can do that one. But you see, I started with free, because free will still give you the foundation to actually handle your funds within where you are. So now that we are aligned with your how to do the pre-work before doing your refund ratio, I wanted to just go back and say what the 30 30 30, say that 3 times fast, 10 looks like. So we're going to have 30% of your refund going towards your debt, and then we're going to have 30% going towards your current needs and emergencies. Got to make it rhyme. 30% going towards your future, and 10% of your future self, and 10% going towards you. Treat yourself, or BMF, whichever fits your analogy of paralysis of money. So the reason why I wanted to go ahead and give this a little bit of a step up into the situation is because before I even go and break it into the 30, 30, 30, 10 for you, I wanted to know, for you to know where you are with your money. If you're not happy with your money, we can take this windfall. Windfalls can be not only tax refund. I know some people are not happy about the tax refund that they are getting this year, but we're going to deal with what we got. Even if it's your tax refund, you get a bonus at work, which I hope you do, or anytime that you get any extra money, that you can utilize that to apply the same ratio to not only your refund that you're going to get, but your budgeting. So let's get into the 30, 30, 30, 10. All right, so in the first 30%, we want to, break up with debt. Debt can be good, debt can be bad, but if you don't understand what you have or had, it can be similarly to be bad. So this 30%, I want you just to face it. Weight is weighing on all of us in some variation, no matter if you have student loans or you have a secured, I love secured credit cards, or you have an unsecured credit card. Like, debt is impacting some of us or someone that we know directly. So within this first 30%, we want to go towards snatching or slashing that debt any way possible. So whether it is, like I said, credit card debt, student loan debt, or anything like that, attacking them with taking a portion of that 30%. So we already looked at your debt in the first part, correct? So in this 30%, I want you to go and determine what's going on with your debt. Do you have the APR down as low as you can go? That's a tip that I have for people. I gave my client this not too long ago. Is that, hey, if you got a credit card debt, call them every so often and see, can I get the APR a little bit lower? Let's take it back. That APR is what you pay them in return for actually borrowing that money. APY is what they give you for actually saving your money. So let's go ahead and get that down. We got that down. Cool, cool. So within this 30% that you're going to itemize, we already know what you have with your debt. So say, for instance, you have a credit card that is at, let's just say, 1,000. So you're gonna probably, if you know that I'm already been paying on it, or I need to pay on it, or I need to do anything, that you're going to take 30% of that. If you can apply it to just that one credit card, paying it down within the credit utilization that you want, or you're going to take a portion of that 30% and itemize it to multiple debts at the same time. If it's student loans, I might need to do an updated video about that. So, oh, I forgot. So if you're calling your credit card company to say, I need that APR down, son, that, hey, I've been being a loyal customer for you for this amount of time. I want to stay a customer to you. Could be lying. And for me to make any progress in paying down my debt, I want to ask you if there's any way that I can get this APR lower, or are there any things you can do, like take out any late fees? You know, late fees actually acquire calculate to your credit score. So could they pay potentially let some of the late fees go, or any other fees that they may have had, interest fees, or could they even lower the APR? So just ask. You ask not, you won't not, right? So when it comes back to talking about this 30%, you're going to look at all of that you have. How are you going to itemize this 30% across all the debts that you have? So no matter if you're doing debt snowball or you're doing avalanche, whatever works for your budget and your goals and whatever, that you're going to take that 30%, layer it across, and figure out how you're going to attack that down with this windfall. So if you were to get enough money to pay back all the debt, good. If not, some is better than none. That is one thing I want us to get in our spirits this year, is that whether you're paying down some, it's better than not paying it down. If you're saving some, it's better than not saving any. Because right now you're doing the best of what you can until you can do more of what you want. Cool. So again, just allowing that 30% to be diversified. That's why I want to add diversified against all your debts, or if you want to silo against one, cool. If you're already having a strong debt payments plan down. All right. Next, we're going to go to the next 30% of your refund ratio is going to be for your current needs and emergencies. I had to make that rhyme and I love that I did. So remember when I told you to go look at your budget, look at your savings? It's because we need to figure out can I take any of this 30% and diversify it to any of the current bills that I have? Am I paid up enough, or can I pay some up on it so I can, give a credit or some sort? It's the reason why I've been really attacking putting this pay up into the scenarios of the group chat around money, is because credits will help you with your bills will fail you, or your budget will fail you. So say for instance, if this is an actual real life in my wallet. So I've been paying, if I already know I'm paying this amount for my gas bill, even when my gas bill is low. I knew that the average of my gas bill was this, but I have been already paying this regardless of the sort, and it keeps rolling over. Remember Singular Wireless? They used to have rollover minutes. By Molly telling my age. So you will roll over, even if your bill, if I already itemized for my gas bill to be $150, right? And my bill ended up coming to be $40. I'm gonna take and put that 150 on there anyway. And the next one it'll become $50. That 150 is still going on there anyway. So the portion that was from the first bill that was overpaid is going to the next bill that was overpaid. And it's going to be compound interest. Compound interest can help you or it can hurt you. We'll talk about that later. Then whenever it do come to my bill goes from 40 to 50 to 150, I already don't have to get annoyed that I had already prepaid, and I already seen that the only thing I owe is a smaller amount of what was already accounted for the company. The reason why is because whenever, I'm going to talk about this in a separate video about pay up. So whenever I already itemize that I'm going to pay this right here, this is what an estimate of what I feel that my bills will be, I'm still going to itemize that towards that payment regardless of what the bill come out to be. Because a lot of people have been really going through it when they utilities. I might talk about that next time. I don't know, but it's just weird. Ain't that crazy? Anyway, but also taking the 30% to see what can you pay. Half of that 30% can go towards paying up things. 30%, half of that 30 or 15. Okay, we're doing math here. 15% of that 30 can go towards your emergency fund. If you've already seen my emergency fund video, you've seen my stacks of hierarchy of savings video. You know I love to say emergency fund is the top thing. Then we go down to sinking funds. Then we go down to effort funds. But I really want people to put an effort to your emergency fund, because right now a lot of people are finding themselves thinking they have a job and the next day they don't, because it's just getting weird. And I want people to put some to your emergency fund versus none. And if this 15% of the 30% that you're automizing towards your emergency fund is the first time that you started to put money towards your emergency fund, cool. If you have already been putting money and stacking money and automating money over into your emergency fund, I'm proud of you. And just another little bump to you to get towards that goal that you have. The reason why I want us to start thinking like that is that you can aim within your emergency fund, aim to have the 3 months, to have the 6 months, to have the whatever. But I want you to focus on the knowing your skeleton budget, meaning what are the needs to make your life run, not the not the target runs, but just actually the lights, the mortgage, the car, the gas, whatever. Those skeleton bills, the skeleton budget is going to be critical for you to know. This is what I need to have at least a month of, and then build out your formula. I know I need to add more context to this later on. But the reason why I wanted to add that is that you could take that 30 and diversify into paying up your current needs to a certain amount and then adding a certain amount to your emergency fund. Please don't feel that you have to have everything done within this 30. You're just adding to the pot to actually position you better for down the line with your money. Cool, cool. So the next 30% is going to go to your future self. You're probably like, what do I mean by that? So your future self could either be like your long-term goals, or either things that's going to help add to the compound interest of positioning for you towards those goals. So it could be taking that 30. I love to talk about diversify your funds, and hopefully if I can find the Wu-Tang Dave Chappelle skit where they're like diversify your funds. Anyway, that's what I mean, is that I'm talking about taking the, not only being factual in the fraction of whatever that 30%, 30%, 30%, 10% look like, is that you take it and you diversify against a multiple. So you're doing some versus none. So back to what this right here. So when it comes to your future self, that you're putting money towards investing in not only a brokerage account, or you can take money and put money towards building your IRA, no matter if it's Roth or traditional. And then you can actually take a portion of that 30% and invest in yourself. What do I mean by that? You have programs such as Coursera, Udemy, YouTube University, anything of that nature, to either take a course, classes, or learn a new skill that's going to help you even more able to pay the bills down the line. Compound interest, like I said previously, is that it can either help pay you, or it's going to help impact how you pay people down whichever way you go. But the thing with this 30% is that you could take a portion and invest in those ETFs and index funds in your IRA, or even looking at converting over an old 401k into the IRA and then positioning an ETF or an index fund that matches your goals and your risk tolerance. Or you can take a portion of that 30% and then go take a class. If you know that you really want to learn about AI, because everybody named mama talking about AI, and you want to be able to do your job a little bit better or position you for a better job, you can go get a course about AI. You can go get a course on project management. You can go get a course on anything of the sort. You can go get take a portion of that 30% and go buy some software to actually do your job better or do your business better. Anything that is what paying yourself in for the future looks like. It can be investing in not only the stock market, the real estate market, anything like that, or investing in your future self through what you learn. Learners are earners. That's all I got. So the last of the percentages are treat yourself. If you, hopefully I can put a clip here. Treat yourself, or you can BMF. If you know me, you know I love Ross. So the BMF has always been around a long time when it comes to me talking about being able to treat yourself. So you work hard, and one of the things like I talked about at the top of this video is that I just don't want us to do what? Pay bills and die. I don't even want us waiting until the golden years to be able to have some time to experience our failing YOLO. The thing I love about Gen Z, if you Gen Z, what's up, boo? I'm a millennial, but I love y'all, is that they are finding the way to find balance in the YOLO and the yielding within their goals. I know people love to give Gen Z a little bit of, not Gen Z, Gen Z, a lot of flack about how they handle money, but they're finding a real balance. Because a lot of us only go to retire, don't know what we're doing, or don't know what I'm gonna do, don't know what's like I like to do, or anything like that. So that's the reason why I want to start adding some elements to your budget and your spending to say, I want to save for my retirement, but I also want to save to go out and rest sometimes and have a full understanding of who I am before all the money. But so you worked hard and treated. So this last 10%, if you are of faith, you know what that 10% can stand for. But if you are, I still want you to find some way to treat yourself. That 10%, you can use it to go get you something like I'm reading. You know what I love to say, take the 10. You can take the 5% to go get you a massage subscription, or you can take 10%, just go ahead and get you flowers for the next couple of months. Meaning, if you have been learning about the flower subscription, you can go ahead and set that up for your boo thing or boo things, whichever, and have that automatically send on Wednesday for them. If you want to send it for me, it's okay. I love it. But you could take that, either you could take that 10% and do certain things for you. That's the reason why I talked about what do you like to do by stair steps, by budgets. You learn how to find balance within the budget that you have. So even if you take that like out of the 10, you take 5% to get you a gift card for a store that you know that you like to go to every so often. So whenever your budget doesn't allow you to go to that store, you still have a gift card for you to still experience, or you can take another portion of that 10% and do something for yourself now. The thing with gift cards is that they allow you to budget now, so your budget doesn't have to budge later. And the thing that it doesn't have to necessarily be a flower massage, well, those are good, a flower or massage or a Target gift card or anything of the nature. You could treat yourself to a nice dinner. That's why you go look at what restaurants are out there that has the triples, the dollars or $1 or whatever. And then you can also go to Groupon. I'm sorry, I'm old school, I'm millennial. I still use Groupon if I can. Get it how you live. You can go buy yourself a book, or if you want to, you can go on Libby and get you or read a book for free. Anyway, or you can anything that brings you joy. The thing that I want people to start doing is being intentional with their money. When you are intentional, you know the insights that you look from your budget, so you can implement your money better. Cool. So that's it from the 30, 30, 30, 10. I have to slow it down because sometimes I can be feeling like I'm slow. So the 30% is going to go of your refund. So we're going to go look at what refund that you're going to get, regardless if it's the same money that you got last year, the year before that, or it's a little bit lesser. I'm hearing it's lesser. It's not the most, it's the lesser. For some people, it's that I want you to look at what you're getting back and then ration that out. Ration that out. So 30% is going to go towards your debt. 30% is going to go towards your current needs and emergencies. 30% is going to go towards treating your future self, or investing in your future self. And then that 10 is going to go to you because you need to treat yourself more. I think really truly, this is a little off bar, is that the pandemic really had us looking at not only how we treat our money, how we treat our family, how we treat our friends, but how we treat ourselves. And people is getting how they live right now. So whenever you are looking at 30, 30, 30, 10, I want you to get this into your spirit, how you can actually do better with the money that you get. So even if it's that you're getting 3,000 or you're getting 300, maybe if you're getting on the lower end, you can't do the whole spread of the 30, 30, 30, 10. Maybe you can go ahead and pay down a bill. Maybe you can go ahead and pay down, to buy $50 on a index fund within your Roth IRA, or you can put $40 on to go out and get you something to eat, or go out and get your nails done or something like that sort, or go find you something on Amazon that you can do your nails or whatever, something will do the self-care at a budget beyond just that. So you have to look at your money to see, okay, I'm only getting this. So let me take that back. Don't say that you're only getting this. Retool yourself to think, I'm getting this and I get to do this. Don't say, oh, it's only, or it's not enough, or whatever. I am learning this too. So sometimes I will share what's going on in my wallet and what's going on in my mind, because your mannerisms and mindset is triggering to your monetary. So I'm learning this too. So I'm sharing with you as I actually go through this. But you don't necessarily say, oh, it's only this. Now, if you're saying, oh, it's only $20, you know what, let's try this. So how are we only saying like, oh, it's only like it's lesser? Let's treat everything like that. So if you go in to, I'm sneakerhead. So if you go on to sneakers and you see something and the shoes cost whatever it is, let's say $100. Oh, it's only $100. I want you to treat the same way that you say it's only to God. It's only $50, $5. I don't have that. Or I want you to say it is only $5, and right now I don't have. And right now I need to reposition myself so I can afford to do that next time. So this is something that I want all of us to be collectively doing and within this group chat of my YouTube channel. So the thing that I also want to call back is no matter if you're getting the 5,000 $5, be happy with what you have, intentional for what you get, and then implement better or with what you have. So don't feel bad because you're only getting how you feel. I'm only getting, baby. It's some people that have to okay. So regardless of, oh, it's just a loan that y'all get from the government. Can y'all stop shaming people about it's a loan that they give to the government? It's more money than you get. Okay. We are, as a nation, has been so shameful when it comes to how people handle their stacks, and I really want to stop doing that. Next is that I want to tell you that I have a blog post giving you tips of what I would do if without breaking it down. Like $400 to go to a secure. That's what I want to break up. So if you do feel that you want to actually start working with your credit a lot more, you could take a portion of your refund ratio, open up a secure credit card. Listen to me, and then you spend from that. Like you take $400. I'm only gonna go $400. I'm gonna go put my groceries on here. I'm gonna go do this and this right there. But you, every time that you feel that you're getting within that 30% utilization of that $400, you go ahead and put money back on that card. You're building your credit and you're actually helping yourself learn how to budget with a certain amount of money. I know everybody's talking about points and talking about using their card as they do their daily bills, but this is a way for you to actually take that secure card and align it for handling to build your credit, but also building your discipline when it comes to utilizing a card if you must to pay and to expense your life in a sense. So check that out on my budget. I also give you different examples of what it looks like for a refund ratio of somebody that gets 3,000 or somebody that gets 5,000. But you can maximize your refund no matter the amount. So if you like this video, go ahead and double tap, share, and give me a follow. Leave in the comment section below what are your financial goals? What are you going to actually spring for within your refund this year if you're going to get one? And then actually, how are you using this as a form of tax planning? So even regardless of what refund you get back, you can start to look and see, okay, this is what I could have had, and this is how I needed to reposition myself for next year's refund, which is going to come through this year, right? So let me know in the comment section what your financial goals are, what are your refund goals are, and what are you doing differently with your money. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. That's it.